Hello and welcome back to part 4 of my Minecraft survival series. My name is ZenoCraft and welcome to GameNest. Now, since the last episode we have been doing a lot of things. We've been extremely busy. So I'm going to go straight over here and I'm going to show you the brand new farm that we worked on. Now, this took an incredibly long time to make and, well, it's obviously not done yet, but as you can see I got a lot of cobblestone from doing this. There's a lot of ores in the chest room that's downstairs, but it's all going. Now, as for the chest room, I think I didn't show it in the last video, so we're just going to head over there right now. This is a creeper. Of course, creepers destroy things. Anyway, this is the room I'm most proud of. My chest room. This took an incredibly long time to make, which is why this video has actually gone up a little bit later than normal. But I am incredibly proud of it. It took so long and it's got so much potential to be good. Obviously I've not got a lot of leather because I'm trying to save the leather up for the enchanting table, the enchanting room, so we've had to just put the limited amount of item frames on there. But the upstairs is going to be like more of an armory kind of place, and the downstairs is going to be storing like all of the ores and things. So as you can see, we've got loads of iron, loads of diamonds. Well, not loads of diamonds, but we've got a decent amount because this room goes down all the way to Y8, which it was quite fun having to block off all the caves that came up from mining this room out because of how big it is. But I am beyond proud of it. Anyway, so today what we're actually going to be doing is making a mob grinder. So you might have seen YouTube videos of it. This is going to be kind of a tutorial, kind of not. It's going to be like more set in parts like my normal videos are. So it's not going to be really telling you how to do it, but it will be nice and easy to follow along if you do want to. Now it's going to be a very effective mob grinder, that is. We will just need to deal with that creeper out there. But the materials, all we really need for this build is going to be 4 hoppers, 4 chests, and about 25 stacks of cobblestone, and about 4 slabs, 2 water buckets, and that is it. It is really, really simple. You just need to try not to die. That's totally not a nudge to later in the video, guys. Anyway, let's get rid of this creeper, and then as soon as that's done, we can get building our lovely, lovely mob grinder. Now I'm going to try and get it in the middle of this platform. I might not get it exactly right, but this platform is going to be going shortly. I don't think we're going to keep this here. Just fill it back up with water and have like a walkway to the actual ground, as it will just make it look a little bit better. So here we're just going to be working out how long we want to put the mob grinders, like whereabouts we want to get it. And as soon as we decided that, we'll get cracking by putting it in the middle. Anyway, what I do need to talk to you guys about is GameNest. Obviously, there's been no videos in the past week. The reason for that is because, due to personal circumstances, both both Leon and Alex, which is Sir Plunkett and Rover, have both had to take a break from doing it because they've not got the time, and there's also other personal situations going on. So for the time being, it is just going to be me that is making the videos, which means it's going to be more of a Minecraft based channel for now. But obviously that could end up changing. We could end up getting more people on here, I'm not sure. But for now, I hope you enjoy the Minecraft content that comes here. I do have some brilliant plans of what we're going to be adding in the future, like 100 days of Minecraft, as well as other tutorials. Maybe we'll get some Java going as well. Just have a bit of fun. Okay, so what we're going to do is just place this spare chest over here. We're going to store all of our materials in there, or the ones that we don't really need. But to start the build, you want 4 chests in the ground, and then you're going to place 4 hoppers on top of each side of the chests. And then on top of the hoppers, you want to place the slabs, just like that. Now that is going to be where the mobs fall. You'll hit them with your fist once, and that'll kill them. And then we just need to build up, I think it is 21 blocks from here. So 21 from here. So altogether it'll be 22. I might be wrong about that. So you're probably best going up 21 because it's better to be less than to be more. So there we go. We're just going to go around the outside of the mob grinder so that we've got a rough outline. There we go. Obviously, it starts to rain. It has to rain, of course. You know, it would be our typical luck that it rains when we're doing this guide. I'm just going to create an infinite water source here, because I've got a feeling it'll come in useful. I wish this I'd not gone with the infinite water source and put it all on this dirt down here, but hey ho. Anyway, so we're going to start building up now so that we can start getting on with it. So, as I said, 21 blocks up. So we'll go from here, and here we go. So basically, this is going to be a really simple 4-lane design. So it's got like the 4 corners where the zombies, creepers, all the mobs can just fall into the waterway. They'll get pushed down to the bottom, and then you can punch them once and they'll die. It is mostly effective. The biggest problem that I found with it is that because I'm in a water biome, there's a lot of caves underneath my world, which is a little bit of a problem, but it's not too bad. But yeah, so obviously I'm speeding this bit up now because you don't want to see us doing every single stack of 21 blocks, because it does get quite annoying. But yeah, anyway, so it's going to be quite a effective mob farm. I will need to at some point go into the caves and start lighting them up if I can. Obviously that's not going to be the easiest task because we're on Bedrock. You know, it's going to be difficult to find all these caves. I can't even load up a creative version of my seed because, again, it's got no spectator mode, so you can't actually go in the walls. Anyway, we're just going to get this done and then we'll be able to get on to the next stage. Trying not to die by falling off the top here, which again, yeah, I do end up accidentally falling to my death, but we won't talk about that. Anyway, so the plan is for now on GameNest is that I will still be uploading a video each week, and if Zeno and Rover, if Rover and Plunkett decide that they can come back, then by all means they will. Whether they do or not, I'm not entirely sure. But basically, the videos are going to continue. Anyway, here we go, guys. We're at the top. So now what we want to do is go out 8 blocks from the one we placed. So altogether it's going to be 9 blocks from the very centre. So we do that, then do the same here. And then this happens. Yeah, that's right. The first death was me being stupid trying to place it. But anyway, we're going to jump cut back up to the top. I've placed water all on the bottom because I was fed up of dying. It was only once, but I didn't want to do it again. At least if we fall off now, we're going to have somewhere to fall onto. So as I said, we want to make sure we go all the way out. So again, 9 blocks out altogether so that the water can travel 8 and you've got the back. So here you go. You do that on each side, so you've got the cross, and then you want to go up to at the very end. Now what this is going to do is it's going to be the wall of the waterway, so it's going to be where the mobs actually spawn. Oh, and you also need a stack of trapdoors. Forgot to mention that before, guys. Okay, so there we go. So we're going to start to build up the walls now. And again, building up the walls here is just going to be a way of making it so that we have our little waterway. This farm is going to be very, very crucial in terms of getting the XP and the mobs that we're going to need and the loot for the Ender Dragon, the Wither fight, and all sorts of creatures that we're going to have to fight. I do apologise about the sounding of the audio today, guys. It's been a very long time since I actually made this video, because part of it got a bit lost, so it's taken me quite a while to recover it. But we're back, we're going, let's get on with it. So I'm going to speed up the rest of it again because it's mostly just the exact same on each side and it does get a bit repetitive. So if we just go across each side, again, building up the walls, making it so that it's got the right height. Oh yeah, and filling in those corners because we don't want the corners there, otherwise the water wouldn't be able to get there. Let's try not to fall off because the amount of creatures down there would end up killing us without a doubt, and that would not be good at all. So we're going to just build across here and yeah, slowly getting it done, and try not to place random blocks like that. Okay, so now we've just got this last side to do, and then we are pretty much done. And also, you don't need to place the blocks on the bottom like I was just doing there. It was just a way of doing it faster, but it's not necessary at all, and if you can save your cobblestone, I'd advise you to do so. Okay, so there we go. Just going to finish placing it there. Place that last side around here, and there we go. So that's done now. So we're going to create our infinite water source here, because we are going to need it at some point. Just better to get it done now. Then we're going to do another jump cut. So now what we want to do is fill in the top layer, so it's going to be a square. Instead of it being the cross, we're going to make it a full square, and we're going to have to fill this whole square in as well. Which, again, it's a bit tedious, guys, but it is beyond worth it, because we're only just really starting the game. We're only 4 episodes in. Yes, we've done a lot of mining, but we've not got any late game things, so this is going to really help us gain XP. It's going to really help us get things like gunpowder, so that we can start going bed mining for netherite. So it is a very good way to increase your late game performance, or early game performance, just to say. But yeah, you guys excited for the Caves and Cliffs update? Tell you what, I am, because I've been trying not to explore this world too much, so that we can have these new caves. I just hope that they get rid of Bedrock, and that you can still go below Y0 in chunks that you've already generated. I don't know whether they will or not, but it's definitely something that I hope for. Okay, so I think it's just the one corner that we've got left now. Again, it's a little bit tedious, guys, but it just needs to be done. So we're going to go across here. Okay, that's the right length, and just go up and meet ourselves at this end here. Now we're going to get to a little bit more tedious. Again, speed it up, just because there's not much point in making you guys watch it in slow motion. We've just got to fill this whole area up now, because this is going to be the spawning platform where all of our creatures will be spawning on. Obviously, at the moment, we do want to light it up temporarily. We don't want any creatures spawning when we're at the other side. Again, they would be able to get to us at this point, because we don't have any water in and the trapdoors on there, so they would pathfind correctly using the outer block. Anyway, so if we just continue filling this in, the next part we're going to do after this, guys, is build up the wall and the ceiling, which is going to be pretty much the end of the main part of this mob grinder. Again, it's not the fastest thing. You'd probably be faster having a specific spawner, but seeing as there weren't any spawners around me, I chose to build this. I am going to go and find one of the spawners that I found in like the 2nd episode, and I will turn one of those into an actual specific grinder, but I do hope to find a skeleton spawner specifically, because that would be absolutely brilliant if we could. I might build an underground creeper farm, actually. That is a possible idea. Anyway, let's just go over here. Right, there we go. So that's the walls done, and again, we're also going to get the ceiling done. As you can see, I've got all this still sped up, because we don't need to see this fast pace. But yes, just be careful not to fall down into your little walkways that you've made, because we are going to have to use them in a minute, and you don't want to get it all blocked up with other blocks. You don't want to use more than what you've got to. So just keep going, and then we're almost done on the main building part of it. All that we'll have left is to basically put the water in, put the trapdoors in, and then seal it up and go, which is pretty good, to be fair, guys. We've built this in quite a good amount of time. Okay, so let's just get this done, finish filling it out, and then we can get on with the fun stuff. The trapdoors, it's not as bad as you'd think, to be fair. Can get a bit annoying if you try placing it too fast, like I found out, but it's not too bad. There we go, just get rid of these 3 blocks. So there we go, that's the main part done. So what we want to do now is just line each thing with trapdoors, like so. We're doing this because it means that the mobs think that a closed trapdoor or an open trapdoor is a walkable block. So we go like that, and we do the same on the other side. They'll think that they can walk over that, which means that they'll end up falling into the little passageway, which will have water in it, pushing them to the centre, which in turn is going to make them fall down 21 blocks, which is going to make them get really, really injured. meaning that we can just punch them to death. As horrible as that is. But yeah, so you need to get rid of that block because again it's too high, and so then we place the other side going across like so, close each one of them, make sure that it's all correct, and then move on to the next side. Do the same as we go along, try not to place them too fast. Okay, and then do the same on there. Unfortunately we couldn't jump across, that's like quite annoying. We're going to get rid of that then, and do the same here. We'll only have one side left after this, so we're pretty close to being done in the actual main area. The only thing we'll have to do after we've put the water down is delete the infinite water source, which we're using for the purpose of the water. So let's close all these trapdoors, and then we'll be able to get this water in the right location. So back to normal speed now. I'm going to get the buckets and fill out each side. Literally only 2 buckets are needed, and I didn't actually change the there. That's brilliant. So 1 there and 1 there. There we go. So that'll take it all the way to the end without it actually dropping into the bottom, which is always good. So again, what I'm going to have to do is just open up the trapdoor to get across. Not like that, just because I'm not going to be able to actually jump across now because of the blocks. It's quite annoying, but it's always worth it. So again, back to getting more water, and we're going to go across here to get to the last section that needs to be done, like so. There we go. And if I'm right, I should just be able to place 2 blocks in one side of the infinite water source, and that should create the flow without having to use the buckets again. So if we get rid of the first 2, then get rid of the back 2, and that is basically the mob grinder done. Okay, there we go. So all we'll have to do now is destroy the torches, which we'll go and do now, and then it's basically done. So in fact, what we do want to do first is go onto the ceiling to make sure that we've got the ceiling lit up, because we don't want the mobs spawning on there when it's dark, and it'll basically decrease the flow of mobs that we're going to get in this video, in this grinder as well. So if we just stick a ton of torches on top, I'm not really bothered about if we use too many, if we don't use enough, it's not a problem, because we've got so many ores, so many stuff, so much coal. Trust me, we've got like 3 or 4 stacks of it from mining those rooms out, and I'm only going to do more in between videos, guys. So we've got that's lit up enough. Let's go back into the mob grinder, get rid of the torches, then we can jump down. And I ran to the wrong corner, of course, because I'm a numpty. So okay, we open up here and open up this last corner as well, and then we can get across to here and destroy these torches. So that's one side done. We jump over here, get rid of all of them, we can jump down and hopefully see it working. Who knows? Okay, close that. Again, close that. We don't want the mobs to actually be able to walk over. Okay. And finally go on to the last side, closing that. Get rid of the torches, and we are done. I'm not bothered about picking up the torches on the other side, it's a bit of a hassle. So we're going to go up here, destroy that one block that's left there, and seal it up. Now all we need to actually do is just jump down, so we've got to find the right corner. I think we can get down over here, can we? A bit risky doing it that side, but oh well. Okay, so we've had a jump cut, we jumped down, we're just getting rid of all the supporting blocks that we used, because we're going to build like a little bottom area. It is working, as you can see. We've got mobs starting to spawn in there, but it is night time, so we're not going to have a huge amount of mobs spawning. But yeah, I will need to sort that out in between videos of how the mob grinder looks from outside. But yeah, it seems to be working. It's not the fastest mob grinder, but it works. So if I went AFK here for about 10-15 minutes, we'd have a absolute ton of mobs that would have fallen down here. Obviously, I've not got the time to go AFK. What I do want to do though is just raise the whole thing up by 1 block, because it seems as though creepers are just dying straight away. It's not that I've got a problem with that, it's that I just want to make sure that I get all the XP that I can from this farm. So we're just going to destroy these chests a minute, place down the cobblestone and just lift it up by a single block. Again, I think that was me, because I wasn't meant to go down by the 1 block at the very beginning. So that was just a little mistake that I made, but you guys should be fine. So yeah, we'll place that, do the exact same as what we did at the beginning, and place, well, we'll have to just destroy the slabs and place them lower. So I'll do that. So kill all these zombies, which there's an awful lot of them, and then if we just go up and place the slabs, there we go. I do think I'll add like a little plinth at the bottom as well, just to make it a nice little like area to go to, instead of it just being like where I am. But we're gonna go to bed now anyway. I'm gonna get some sleep, and then come tomorrow, or the day tomorrow. Okay, that's what I wanted to test as well. Come tomorrow, we're going to fix that. So walking underneath a creeper can detect us and possibly blow us up. So that's why we want this little plinth. We don't want the creepers to be able to even sense that we're there. So we're just going to make sure that he dies, like so. Well, maybe if we get our sword out, and we got a shovel, yay. Some chance, what is it? Efficiency 2. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, so what we're going to do is basically just, like I said, build a little plinth on the outside to make it look nice. So if we go around here like that, okay, and then again fill this other side up, and pretty much getting close to being done, because we can then build this up onto the side and we'll be fine then. Don't know why I'm doing it like that high, but you know, I'm amazing. I'm not really, guys, don't worry. Anyway, so if we just go across here, finish this little plinth up so that the chests are completely underground, and then we build one more on the outside, kind of like a beacon layout, but not filled in the middle. But yeah, if we do it like that, then we're pretty much done, I would say. So pull that across, yep, and one last side. So if we go like that, well, that's the wrong place, but it's not the end of the world. So if we just get rid of that one block there, go up, and I think are we going to fill that gap in the middle? I think I'll fill that gap in between the videos. But that is it, guys. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe, because again, we are spending so much time editing these videos and making them as good as we can. Obviously, the quality's only going to get better, so we just need some time to find our footing, really, guys. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.